With the captivating theme, Unlocking the Power of Innovation, Shaping the Future of Education, this conference represents a transformative journey into the heart of educational innovation.
Which are going to be presented by Professor Roberto Araya from Chile. Are you with us now, Professor?
Yes.
Professor
Good morning,
Araya?
everybody. Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Okay, now time is yours. Please, sir.
Can I share this?
Yes, 15 minutes. Time is yours now.
Okay. Okay. Right. So, good morning, everybody. I'm Robert Raya from University of Chile. I'm very glad to be here in this wonderful conference about innovation. I want to thank Dr. Guayuri, who invited me, also to the rector of the University, Ibn Khaldun, very famous name, father of sociology, and also to the director of the foundation of Ibn Khaldun. So I'm going to talk about a new curriculum with the age of AI. Why AI? Okay, I cannot. So everybody is worried about AI because about automation and it will take a lot of jobs. But one thought was low-level kind of jobs. But now we can see, for example, here in GPT or BARD, it's a question about it's a medical question. This is asked to my sister, she's a pediatrician, and we put all this, the information of a patient, and the GPT will immediately produce a diagnosis and a treatment. And it's very good treatment. And by my sister said, okay, but I'm more empathic. I have the human relation with the kids. But what happens is that if you an analysis of the empathy of the answers of ChatGPT and other LLMs is much more empathetic that what the normal physicians. So you have a very good physician for yourself and very empathetic. So this is a completely different job. It's a high quality job than now the AI is taking. And here are the results of in GPT-4 of different exams in the US. Some of them are very sophisticated exams, and the machine is doing 100% in most of them better than all the students. So somehow it's the computer knows about medicine, but also knows about law, knows about mathematics, knows about psychology, so knows a lot of things and do it very well. A lot of knowledge. But not also that, recently we have seen in the United States in Hollywood, that this is strike because they want to somehow control or delete all of AIs. So now ChatGPT, BARD, and other LLMs, large language models, are starting to produce the screenwriters for comedies and for the TV. So this is completely new. It's supposed to be a very sophisticated job. Now the machine is doing this. So that's a big challenge we all have now with this with the AI. And here is something that I asked to Bart: is write and comment a code in Python to sum, for example, from 1 to 100, and he immediately produced to me the whole code how to do this, and also produce some comments and explanation. I can ask also to give me some example to test if the code runs well or not. So immediately we produce this. So we can see it's not only low-level kind of jobs and skill jobs, but very sophisticated jobs like medicine, like law, like screenwriting, and also computer programming. The machine is doing all the computer programming. So this is not new. In 1853, Mr. Butler from New Zealand, he picked up this whole thing, and it was an early warning. And then later on, in 1843, the first programmers, Ada Lovelace, this woman that work we made the first computer program, but a program was mechanical machine. Also said, okay, she could solve some mathematical problems with her program, but she thought that it was limited in creativity. She has a classical paper where she analyzed also the creativity of the program, so it was very limited. But this creativity, Mr. Turing also saw can the machine think and can be creative was, it's not only solve what we ask the computer, but maybe it's be able to do new things. So it's a big discussion about this. A very famous mathematician, Norbert Wiener, already warned about the moral and technical consequences of automation. And he discusses about Butler, that somehow machines are going to take command and several risks with the machine. And recently, in a test of creative thinking and writing in the University of Montana, with a classical test called the classical test about creativity, and the machine scored very well in top 1%, better than most of the students of University of Students. So we have this big challenge. So the problem is new curriculum. What then we need kids to learn? Because, for example, maybe it's not, we don't need them to learn how to do computer programming because the machine will program. So what do we need them to learn? We think it's two things. Thinking, this means computational thinking, try to understand the machine, and values. These two things. So mathematical thinking and see how to think. And in thinking, we have this, the system one, a very fast response, intuitive response. That's what Kahneman, the Nobel Prize in economy, called system one. And system two is it's more reflexive, and you think what is going to happen, and then you sometimes have to inhibit this system, and so you're like a rider that you have to somehow control this more automatic, very fast system, but sometimes it doesn't give good solutions. Sometimes it does, and here is more the reflective one, and then you talk with your inner voice. That's basically the idea, and we take the idea from Vygotsky that you initially start talking with somebody, and argumentation sync is a process somehow of internalization, going little by little internalization. You talk with your inner voice, and one thing we're doing with kids is they have to write argumentations on the computer, but before that is the practice with the hand puppet in order to auto-regulate and think better instead of just writing an answer. And we're in a project now with Simio, with we just started with Dr. Yuri and Simio about using coloring books to teach computational thinking, the thinking part. So that's the project. We're already translating some of this book. It's what we call it unplugged computational thinking. And so this, for example, a typical task. This is he says, "Where's my car?" And here different sentences. He says, "It's on the carpet." It's not on the carpet. He says it's not on the shelf. So you have different proposition, and the student have to connect this proposition. So it's kind of first of the logic to conclude where it is. And all this coloring book has a page A where the kids have to follow the instruction, then finally color what is the solution. And in page B is the same as here, but then now the student have to write like a instruction for a classmate, and the classmate will have to solve it. So initially he has to follow this instruction, we call it pseudocode, and then he has to write instruction, we call it write pseudocode. So like now, like in ChatGPT and Bar, you write like prompt, like pseudocode. You don't do the in the computer language, but yes, pseudocode. So this is
Terminamos de pintar las poleras.
instruction
Y aquí lo conectamos al punto. También de la niña es una polera azul.
is coloring, and he's working with his hand puppet and discussing with the hand puppet how to do this thing. So that's the kind of thing that he's doing.
Pintamos.
Okay, so and here's a more advanced example using universal and existential quantifiers. For example, says in each box paint at least 2 blue balls. So here's a student that did this. In each box, she paint exactly 2 balls, but it says at least. So it's kind of for each box you have to do at least something. So there is quantifiers we call it in logic. And here the same student in the page B. Now write instruction for a classmate. You know, so write different instructions. This is in Spanish, but he wrote an instruction for a classmate. So not only to read instruction, follow instruction, but produce instructions. And that's what we are doing now with the Flat Computational Thinking in Coding Books project. And I'm going to show you what we're starting to do.
คนส่วนใหญ่ก็มักมีความเข้าใจกันว่าถ้าเป็น computational thinking และ statistical thinking ก็จำเป็นต้องใช้เครื่องมือเช่นเทคโนโลยีคอมพิวเตอร์และอื่นๆเราได้ให้ความสำคัญกับเรื่อง AI และ Data Science Approach in Education ซึ่งพื้นฐานที่สำคัญก็คือเรื่อง computational thinking และ statistical thinking
ระบายสีเรียบร้อยระบายสีด้านบนขวาสุดเป็นสีน้ำตาลมากที่สุดด้วยคนที่สองเปียโนทำไมถึงคิดว่ามันระบายง่าย
But he said, okay, look at from this other point of view, we do this exercise. Maybe you look at this other way. So look at it, try to do another Roberto, try another pattern. So there's my name. And this way, you have to reflect.
อัน computational thinking โดยใช้เครื่องมือที่ Professor Roberto Araya ได้วิจัยและพัฒนานานพอสมควรคือ coloring book
รูปบนสีฟ้า3 รูปเหมือนกันไหม
ระบายสีลูกบอลในแต่ละกองอย่างน้อย3 รูปด้วยสีส้ม
มีสิ่งที่ก็ต่างกันก็คือข้างในใช่ไหมคะที่ต่างกันแล้วกล่องก็ต่างแต่ว่าสิ่งที่เหมือนกันเลยคืออะไรชุดสีชุดใช่ไหมคะ
การใช้ coloring book as a tool ในการที่จะพัฒนา computational thinking จึงถือเป็น approach ที่สำคัญนะครับขอบคุณมากครับสวัสดีครับ
Well, here is other activities in coloring book. It's like you have to teach the basic algorithm in machine learning today, which is the steeper descent or graded algorithm. The kids do this, and here you follow this instruction. Here, write instruction. Yeah, this is the kind of activities they do. So, it's the core ideas of computational thinking that they're doing this with something very attractive for them. That is coloring books. But it's not only thinking, but also values. So I'm going to show you what we're trying to do in values. And for values, it's very important because it's the prosocial values. So I take it from even Khaldun, the Asabiya idea of the cohesion of how to measure this, how to promote this kind of values as well. So this is the curriculum, semi-curriculum for mathematics, and they have initially the top has the values. So we're doing different tests, more kind of the reveal of the behavior of the student for like trust, for like honesty. I don't have time to show you all different tests that we have. And here is for the social group and the cohesion. We would say the asabiya, the cohesion solidarity in each class. So the idea is not only thinking logically in computational thinking, but connection also with group, with collaboration, and with all these values. That's what we're to introduce in the curriculum, this basic idea and how to measure if we have impact in this part, not only in the computational thinking part, in the mathematics, but also in the values. So this idea coming from Khaldun. But finally, finally has to be fun, has to be something emotional. And here, all these are principals of schools. They are enjoying as kids the idea of the philosophy of the kids before doing the argumentation. They have this song, and they somehow they this publish kind of the inner speech. So the new curriculum we think for the age of AI is a big challenge. Kids have to learn to think in the AI area, understand these artificial agents, means the main algorithms. These are basically the mathematical models are behind. And with that, we have the tools of coloring books, of hand puppets, and also we have to put emphasis and in the values and collaboration and honesty, generosity, and all that is something that we think is our mission to introduce for this new age. So thank you very much for all, and it's just 15 minutes. Huh?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Professor Araya, for your very excellent presentations. Then I hope that we can learn and benefit from your presentation.